Brought your favorite. So, what's going on? Well, you know what's going on, huh? I'm gonna set this down next to you. Yeah, you know, you're not alone. We've all had that darkness come creeping in. You have those moments where you kind of want to let it sneak in and take it, the easy way. But we've all been there. I've definitely been there myself. I felt that darkness creeping in. There's only one surefire way I've ever found to keep it from taking you over and keeping it at bay. That's you gotta find your thing, What's something that makes your heart sing? Because it's the only one thing the darkness fears is joy. And when you have that thing, it brings you just so much joy that your heart sings. And that song will drive away that darkness from consuming you. And it can be anything. It can be fishing, hunting, driving a car, playing with your kids. For me, it's blacksmithing, working on my shop, putting in outlets. It's the little things that you wouldn't think of that would save your soul. And you gotta find that thing that makes your heart sing and helps drive away the darkness. It doesn't take much, literally it can be just 10 minutes a day. Just doing that one thing that makes you happy. It doesn't take much. It's like maintenance, And we all have stuff going on to just keep driving us deeper and deeper down that path. And if we're not careful, that path will consume us. So you gotta find that thing, whatever it might be, and just 10 minutes a day, That's all it takes. It's maintenance, it's an everyday battle, having the weight of the world crushing your shoulders, and then you feel like if you just pack it all in and give up and let the darkness win, and feels like the whole world's going to crash on your shoulders because you get so much responsibility, so many people counting on you from day to day, and there's nothing you can do. But there's something you can do, You got to find your thing, and it'll come along if you don't know what it is, but it can be anything, If you like art, make art. If you like music, listen to some good music, stuff that speaks to you. Help keep that darkness away, because if you're not careful, that stuff will take over, and next thing you know, it's too late. So, but you gotta keep trying. Just keep trying. There's plenty of people out there who can help you, myself included. I'm here for you. We've all felt it, We've all felt the Darklands calling to us. And we're all tempted to answer that call. That's a one-way call, my friend. You pick up the phone when the darkness calls you, and if you answer, you might not come back, And I know it's hard. God, it's hard sometimes. Pull your way out of it. But if you can find your thing, which I know you can, you're strong. You'll get it. You find your thing that speaks to you, And hold on to it. And I know some days, priorities, we got lives, we're working all the time. Always something pulling us away, But you gotta carve out your time. I mean, there's time out there, you know, instead of scrolling on your phone, looking at social media, you know, work on your thing. And, you know, it only takes 10 minutes. And like if you're dependent on the weather, because, you know, you can't ride your bike, your motorcycle, or your bike because it's icy and snow on the roads, go out to your shop, go out to where your bike's parked and just sit on it, you know, start it up, let it run underneath you and grip those handlebars and just take it in and relive some of those great moments you had on your bike, and that, you know, give it a little rev, you know, that can get you through. And like it doesn't take much, man. Come on, you know, it doesn't take much. You gotta try, you know. Don't give up. It's easy to give up. Are you a quitter? You're not a quitter. You're still here. You hear my shop talking to me. You ain't a quitter. You got this. You know? Sometimes you just need to sit down and take a minute for yourself and figure it out, you know? But you gotta put the work in, man. You gotta earn it. And it sucks. It does. God, I wish I knew all these shortcuts, you know, to make it easier. But there ain't no shortcuts. You gotta put the work in. But, you know, easy come, easy go, right? And if you put the work in, you do the work and you grind, and it'll stay with you, you know? Because you earned it. But you gotta earn it. So, you know, I've been there, man. I've had days where I wanted to curl under a rock and just, you know, have it be it. But you can't. You just gotta keep pushing, man. We've all been there. We've all heard that enticing call from the dark, beckoning us, playing that sweet song of relief. But it's a trick. It's a trick. There's nowhere to go, you know? It's gonna lead you someplace where you don't want to be. Where you want to be is right here, doing your thing, enjoying your life and making the most of what this world has to give us. And you'll make it. You always have. My dad used to say all the time, you know, back when I used to spend a lot of time with him growing up, he always said, you know, whenever times would get hard, I'd go to him and my sob story and my woe is me's, and he'd always smile and say, you always gotten yourself out of every tailspin you've ever been in. How's this any different? And I didn't have an answer. He says, you don't have an answer because you know I'm right. Every hard thing that's ever crossed your way, you've beaten it. You pulled through the other side. It's no different. I mean, it might change landscapes, might change environment, but you've always gotten out of it. You always will. But you gotta work for it. You gotta put the work in. Because at the end of the day, it's just you. You're gonna have to work for it if you want it. And you'll get it. And take the little victories, you know? Like if you only get 10 minutes in your shop, you're still out here for 10 minutes, you know? Your heart starts to sing a little bit, and that darkness gets a little farther away, you know? Or you're playing with your kids before bed, or before supper. Look at their little cute little faces while they're giggling and having a great time. They don't have any worries in the world. Because they're right. It's all trivial, you know? It might seem big now, but with a little distance, little separation, it's not so big, is it? So, just keep trying. You'll get it. And I'm here for you. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are there for you. You might not have met them yet, but they're there. Round two. Man. That's what I get for trying to talk and drink at the same time. Whew. Chilly up here. So you gotta keep trying, you know? You'll get it. You've always gotten it before. How's this time any different? I know it's bleak. I know it's tough. We've all been there, but that's all the more reason to keep trying, you know? Take each day as it comes. Just try and be 1% better each day. Just 1% better than yesterday, and just keep pushing forward, because you know, as cliche as it might be, before the dawn, it's always darkest before the dawn. And it's true. Just when you think it's over, it's not quite over. You gotta give it that little extra push, because that's all it takes. And I used to, before I had kids, I loved video games. Oh, did I love video games. I loved them so much. It was nice. It was a distraction from all the crap that I was going through. It was a way to take a break from my responsibilities, and it made my heart sing. So I just dove into it. And something that I really took away from video games was, say you're dungeon crawling, right? You're playing like Diablo or something. And before you is hordes of enemies. And you're fighting through it and fighting through it and fighting through it. And then when you beat the horde, that's where your rewards are. You have your treasures, and you get your new armor and your new gear, and you level up. Well, that's the thing. When you look behind you, there's nothing behind you anymore. There's nothing. There's no resistance. And when you feel that resistance, with all you're trying to push through, you're working and fighting so hard against it, and it seems like the world keeps throwing more crap at you, and it just won't let up. That's how you know you're going in the right direction, because on the other side of that resistance is your reward. And resistance is good. It means you're going in the right direction. You just keep pushing, push, because on the other side of that, you level up, man. And right now, you're coming up to the boss. For level 10. You got some stuff, you got some gear, but it's not quite what you need. Well, keep pushing, because you beat that boss, and boy, you got it. And then now you're off to the next level. So you're just on one level right now. Excuse me. You're just on one level right now. And you're going in the right direction. You just gotta keep fighting. Because Mario doesn't save the princess until he beats Bowser, right? You gotta beat that demon. You gotta beat that monster. And that monster, that's the darkness you're feeling. And you gotta beat it. And you can. Sometimes you just have to go talk to the guy in the cave to get your sword, right? To get that next piece that you need to fight that darkness and to put it at bay, so you can press forward and get the reward. And I happen to be that guy in the cave right now, handing you a beer and giving you some advice on how to beat this boss. So just keep fighting, man. You got this. You're strong enough. You'll make it. Hey, I'm here for you. Whenever you need me, I'm here for you. You look around, there's always somebody. You might not have met them yet, because they're in the next level. So you beat this boss, and then you get to meet the next person who's going to help you, give you some new gear, give you some new advice, tell you where the weak spots are, and you can push through. You find that thing, man. Find whatever it might be, Find that constructive thing that'll help give you the next tool to beat what you're facing. You'll get it. I have faith in you. I know you can do it. But let's finish these beers and call it a night, huh?